KUAM TVH, first on Guam.
KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Apply at matson.com. New Jeep Gladiators up to $7,000 off now at Cars Plus. Named the best vehicle for adventure in 2024. Get your Jeep Gladiator today at Cars Plus. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
The big thing we're concerned about is now a multi-day rain event.
It's time to prepare during this calm before the storm, as a possible tropical disturbance is headed for the Marianas. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama with the latest from the National Weather Service.
They're supposed to be working on the roofs and the falling, but because of the weather, they're not able to do that.
A cloud hangs over one public school trying to weather the storm of upgrading its campus. Refurbishment work stalled at George Washington High School due to looming weather conditions.
Heavy rain posing some delays to major construction projects on Saipan. I'm Tomas Manglonia with full story coming up.
Half a day and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. Thanks so much for starting your week off with us.
Well, Des, the Guam National Weather Service, a meteorologist up there, just provided an update from TZN, from the headquarters, saying that its 95W is expected to remain a tropical depression with winds up to 34 miles per hour at most. Choppy seas, of course, expected for the next few days and increasing showers. We did experience some heavy downpour today, mostly affecting the central part of the island, is what the meteorologists are saying, and that resulted in up to an inch of water.
Right, and we can be seeing more rain over the next few days. A flash flood watch is in effect until Thursday evening. We are expected to see 4 to 8 inches of rainfall expected again till Thursday. Meantime, a monsoonal pattern is expected, and of course that is to follow the passage of the depression, and that will be we'll be having rain into the weekend and sometime into Monday as well.
Man, it's going to be a wet one all around for today into next week, it seems. And of course, we here at KUAM have the very latest, including the Guam National Weather Service live stream shared on our Facebook page. As we said, there's bad weather brewing over the Marianas. The tropical disturbance Invest 95W is nearing Guam and is likely to develop into a tropical cyclone within the next 24 hours.
But Guam remains in condition of readiness for. Weather officials say the good news is it likely won't be a typhoon, thank God. Mitsuki Hirayama kicks off our team coverage as we keep our eye on the developing storm.
Word of nasty weather didn't stop this beachgoer from enjoying his Monday morning at Ipao Beach.
I didn't even know there's a tropical storm coming.
Jigo resident Skeji Reson barbecuing with his friends.
They're just enjoying life right now. Whatever comes, whatever comes.
But weather officials say beachgoers and mariners should stay out of the water. It's the calm before a potential storm brewing over the Marianas and nearing Guam.
We've been watching this Invest Area 95W, this tropical disturbance, for the better part of a week now.
National Weather Service meteorologist Landon Eidlet says the tropical disturbance could arrive as soon as Tuesday afternoon or night.
But the big thing we're concerned about is now a multi-day rain event. We're going to be dealing with potentially moderate to heavy showers with this disturbance as it pushes through the Mariana Islands. But then once it gets past us, we could be dealing with a lot of monsoon showers.
The bad weather may develop into a tropical cyclone or depression within the next 24 hours. He says the time to prepare is now.
The big concerns for you out there would be banana trees. If you have any bananas growing on those trees, make sure they're secured or propped up with posts, but also tents, canopies, and tarps, and loose trash can bins. So secure those items or just take them down and inside today.
A flood watch also in effect through Thursday afternoon. That means watch out for flood-prone areas like Tumon Bay, Polaris Point, and Route 4 near Pago Bay.
Be mindful if you're going to be driving, if you have errands in the next couple of days, that we could have some heavy rainfall. And if too much falls in too short time, there will be flooded streets and flooded low-lying areas.
Critical infrastructures like the island's only public hospital also preparing for any potential flooding or leaks.
As everyone knows, this is an old building, so we can't completely eradicate the possibility that we're going to have leaks. We just do the best we can. We prepare as best we can, just like any resident here in Guam.
GMH Public Information Officer Cindy Hansen says there are protocols ready to put in place should the weather worsen, like calling in pregnant mothers or asking visitors to stay home.
We always take care of the patients first. If we have to move patients around, if, God forbid it starts to rain or leak in certain areas, we have our patient couriers and our supervisors and the nursing heads who are all, they'll all be monitoring it if it gets worse.
Meantime, the NWS assures this won't be another Typhoon Mawar.
People are still dealing with PTSD from Mawar, as are people in the CNMI regarding Super Typhoon U2, which was almost 6 years ago. But this will not be a typhoon. That is the good news.
Good news for Reston and his friends, though for now they see it as just another day in the Marianas.
So we enjoy typhoon. We like showering under it.
Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Thanks, Mitsuki. As schools work to weather the storm of needed upgrades, a cloud now hangs over the work in progress as bad weather approaches.
KUAM continues our team coverage as we head to George Washington High School to see how the Manila campus is battling the soggy conditions.
It's been 2 weeks since storm clouds finally parted for George Washington High School, with the Manila campus passing public health inspections and reopening its doors to students. Still, the skies aren't totally clear for the home of the geckos just yet, as major refurbishments are still underway. But as wet and rainy weather rolls in, some of that work remains temporarily stalled, leaving progress in certain areas under a cloud. Dexter Fulo is GW's principal.
We do have major concerns right now. We have Cortec with a refurbishment, and unfortunately in days like today, they're supposed to be working on the roofs and the spalling, but because of the weather, they're not able to do that, and they have to switch their scope of work at the current moment.
And while there is currently no news of school cancellations due to the weather, if conditions intensify and lead to such a scenario, it could present a challenge for the Central School community.
For us, we've used up all our makeup days, so should the superintendent or the governor decide to cancel school based on the condition 2, we won't have makeup days anymore, so they're going to have to find how we can reach the 180 school days left.
And while weather experts assure Invest 95W won't be a typhoon or even a tropical storm, Fulo says there are already protocols in place to ensure the geckos are always prepared.
So our kids are very aware, our teachers are aware, we read it out to them, we teach them how to prepare while they're here and even when they're at home. Generally speaking, our kids and our teachers are very good. They tend to know what to do and work with families in case we need to prepare for the storm or tropical disturbance.
The Guam Department of Education issuing this statement to KUAM. Quote, in the face of impending storms, the protocol often hinges on the severity as indicated by the core level determined by the governor's announcements, which guide operational responses necessary to ensure safety and preparedness. Though we can expect some soggy weather over the island, experts assure the public Invest 95W will not be another Typhoon Mawar, nor will it be a tropical storm at this point. Still, are residents feeling under the weather in its wake? For some, like Dededo resident Verna Sunshin, news of deteriorating weather is drudging up a sense of anxiety.
It's not too good.
And despite that feeling of unease, he leaves a bustling grocery store secure with enough supplies to get him through the unexpected.
Just be ready at all times.
Meanwhile, others are remaining optimistic amid word of a possible tropical depression by early midweek.
I feel like since we already had the bad weather that went by, I feel like we'll be spared.
The Jigo resident hits the stores with a sunny disposition with plans to pick up just one essential.
Are you planning to stock up on anything to prepare?
No, I think we have everything. Maybe water, but that's all.
Meantime, the wet weather has officials reminding the community that now is the time to prepare for the unexpected, a reminder that comes with living in paradise this time of year.
Well, the heavy rain expected this week also poses some major issues for major construction projects in Saipan.
Regional correspondent Tomas Manglotny reports on the progress of Saipan's tourist district revitalization.
The weather has delayed concrete pouring in Garapan on Saipan, the island's tourist district undergoing an $11 million EDA-funded improvement of its roads. They continue to push through uncertain weather delays.
We are approaching around 70% completion of the total project, and so that's where we're at. We're trying to complete the civil works, which is the curb and gutter and sidewalks, and also the asphalt. As you know, we started the asphalting in the secondary roads.
They're putting in more work today ahead of expected heavy rain this week.
So almost today we have the schedule for pouring the east side going to the microbit. So almost we are done here.
The contractor is confident that the entire project will be completed by the end of the year, but the weather isn't their only concern.
Unfortunately, we've been encountering a lot of business establishments with, either parking right on top of the sidewalks. Right, this is not really an authorized use of the sidewalk. We've encountered delivery vehicles parking on our sidewalks. We try to remind the business establishment to please remind their delivery persons to park on the side of the road because it's still under construction. Another issue that we're now starting to see are trash receptacles that are just parked right outside the sidewalks, which is very unsightly.
More than 50 workers continue to make progress on the site every day as the center of the island's economy gets a facelift. Tomas Manglotny, KUAM News, Saipan.
Over the weekend, new Archbishop Brian Jimenez asked the community to join in prayer.
This, as he notes, the bad weather prediction understandably prompts concern and even anxiety in many people. The Archbishop stating, quote, "We pray for potential storms to weaken and dissipate, safeguarding people in their direct path from any danger. We entrust ourselves and all people to the mercy, love, and protection of our Lord."
He adds, quote, "As we prepare now and throughout the year for possible typhoons, flooding, and earthquakes, please take the time to check on relatives, friends, neighbors, as well as strangers who might lack the resources you have. Please help them generously. Our love and prayers extend beyond Micronesia to the Philippines, Japan, Korea, other parts of Asia, Oceania, where Pope Francis is currently visiting, Papua New Guinea, and certainly to our entire world. May all people find peace and shelter in the loving arms of our Lord."
A visiting clergyman from Arizona speaking at the Northern SDA Church on Wistook Road in Jigo, sharing some thoughts about how the power of faith with, among other things, the weather possibly getting unfavorable.
Pastor Ed Anderson described looking to a higher power can help with what can be anxious times.
How do we deal with anxiety and stress? How do we deal when we're on these journeys in our life where we have unexpected things happen to us and that bright road of hope turns into a dark road? How do we find our way back onto the road back to yourself? How do we find on our road back to God? Well, the psychologists today have said the way we deal with it is, for example, cognitive behavioral therapy, where you replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Well, what better way to get the positive thoughts than what Jesus says in Scripture that gives us hope?
Today's oversight hearing concerning audit findings for the Guam Homeland Security and Office of Civil Defense was postponed by Committee Chair on Emergency Response.
Yeah, the oversight comes the same week officials there are monitoring some nasty weather. The committee deciding to cancel today's hearing due to a recent loss within the agency. Now the request for an immediate oversight came from the Office of Public Accountability. Auditors reporting that in addition to FEMA's study that called to question more than $30 million in allowable and question costs, more than $8 million in unreimbursed expenditures.
Additionally, agency issues such as personnel turnover and lack of qualified grants management is also on the agenda. Senator Frank Blas Jr. urged Oversight Chair Senator Dwayne Sinicola to hold the oversight before the end of October. Blas stating, quote, "Unlike other events that could be foreseeable or predicted, the situations that we rely on for Homeland to respond to and manage could occur at any time. We should be thankful but not ignorant to the fact that nothing has happened but could happen before the missteps are resolved."
The preparations, no doubt, are being felt and being encouraged to
Definitely
start right now. We will, of course, have the latest Eye on Recovery reports for you on KUAM.com as well as at KUAM News on our social media platforms. Up next, Guam's governor gives a warning to drug addicts.
Plus details on how you can catch this week's presidential debate. You're watching KUAM.
Want a real taste of New York? The classic New York-style pizza offers a big, bold taste that's a Guam favorite. Handmade to perfection on a crust that's 30% larger than our large. It's just $12.99 per carryout. Classic New York-style pizza, only at your island Pizza Hut.
Welcome back to Primetime. The threat of fentanyl on the island has leaders from all over speaking out,
including Guam Governor Lou Leon Guerrero, who had a strong warning to addicts during a recent proclamation signing, declaring September as Suicide Prevention and Recovery Month. Take a listen.
I take every opportunity to say to those people that do, unfortunately, are addicted to methamphetamine, please, please know that they are being laced now by fentanyl, and your lives are at risk if you continue to take it. We have Jipwig here, we have WestCare, we have great partners that can help all of us prevent it, help treat it, and of course rehabilitation.
She, as the deadly drug has reached other Pacific islands. September 8th was also 988 Day, a national initiative to raise awareness about the 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline that can help those struggling with their mental health. This year's theme is No Judgment, Just Help.
Defense attorneys in the recently dismissed government corruption case involving the Guam Regional Transit Authority filed their request to have the case tossed with prejudice. If granted, this would mean prosecutors would not be allowed to retry the case in Superior Court. Last week, Judge Alberto Tolentino dismissed the charges against the 5 GRTA defendants following numerous issues and delays with the case. Attorney General Doug Moylan, who alleged the group used funds to pay an interim executive manager for a position he was not qualified to hold, called the dismissal procedurally defective and asked the court to reconsider.
Well, that recent dismissal of the Transit Authority case now raises the question, will the same outcome occur for the government corruption case involving public health? Superior Court Judge John Terlahi denying the Attorney General's request to reconsider disqualifying his office from prosecuting the case in local court. This means the judge's ruling to appoint a new special prosecutor stands. The case involves former Health Director Artson Augustine and Chief Inspector Tom Nadeau. Prosecutors allege the pair signed off on certain public school inspection reports for campuses they claimed were never inspected. KUAM is your election source for Decision 2024.
And we've got another round of candidates set to appear this week on the Hub. Two contested races are taking your questions. These include mayoral candidates from Jotnya Debbie Lujan and Brian B.J. Terlahi. Also confirmed to attend from the village of Hoggett, incumbent Kevin Susuico and his opponent Mark Charfris.
Out of the village of Dededo, mayoral candidate Elena Garcia will join us as well. Her opponent, Peter Beneventi, was unable to attend this week, but is confirmed next week to speak to voters on The Hub. A new episode of The Hub set for this Wednesday, September 11th at 6:30 p.m. following primetime. Preparations are underway in Philadelphia for the presidential debate set to air Wednesday at 10 a.m. Chamorro Standard Time. Streets near the National Constitution Center have been closed. Pennsylvania is critical to both former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris.
Pennsylvania has sided with the winner of the last two elections. No Democrat has won the White House without winning in Pennsylvania since 1948. Harris is rehearsing for the debate by holding mock debates in Pittsburgh. Trump says he has meetings about it, but adds, quote, either you know your subject or not. You can watch the presidential debate this Wednesday at 10 a.m. on TV8 and streaming on Peacock.
CNMI Governor Arnold Palacios was in Washington, D.C. for the first ever White House Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander convening that brought together federal and state leaders. In his address at the event, Palacios discussing the impact of climate change and stressing the critical issue of air travel. He says limited competition, infrequent flights, and exorbitant ticket prices are hindering economic development, access to essential services, and overall quality of life for residents. The CNMI governor also sharing the struggles of accessing affordable health care, employment, and cost of living. Palacios had separate meetings with U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Kurt Campbell and U.S. Trade Representative Catherine Tai.
Coaches and recruiting experts from the empoweredisshe.com, we got it right, and Great Waves Performance gave an insightful presentation at the NICO to young student athletes and their parents. The interactive talk focused on how to get ready for the application process for college and what options are available, from choosing the right program for you, appealing to your future coaches, and taking advantage of NIL. Guam's future undergrads are getting their games ready. Check out their YouTube channel for their pro tips on what you need to take the next step.
A special sneak peek of the local production of Into the Woods was held at the Guam Premier Outlet's food court in Tamuning. The talented cast performing select musical numbers and scenes to the delight of the many islanders who were wowed with the tale that draws from several stories by the Brothers Grimm. Opening night is September 19th at 7 p.m. at Dominican Catholic School up in Jigo. So for more on the play and tickets, go to intothewoodsguam.com. Now for a look at your world at home.
Here's a view captured of Asen Beach Park.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
Maria goes to the left side. And Maria. At the buzzer, Noah with the rebound. They're down 1-5 to 4. Holland, ooh, baby, final one.
This burger looked at one slice of melted cheese and said, more cheese. It looked at pickles and said, also onions. It wanted to be more than hot. It wanted to be juicy. This is the Quarter Pounder with cheese. If you thought one napkin for the Quarter Pounder with cheese was enough, it's not enough.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Please make sure, my friends, to save the date because Vero's third annual Purple Gala is coming up. It happens on October the 12th at the Hyatt. It goes towards supporting victims and victim services and operational costs. It's a fundraiser. This is the third time they have had it. Please make sure to participate. Okay, also, there is going to be living with lupus. There are many people in our island community that have lupus, many caregivers, many family members. So please make sure to show your support. Register for the event. This happens on Saturday, 14th from 9 to 1 at the Guam Museum. And also up in Saipan, there is the Green Gala, so please make sure to register for that. Please make sure to participate. It's going to be held at Hibiscus Hall on the 20th. That is what's happening today on News Sites.
It's time now for birthday wishes.
Here's your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shoutout submitted on KUAM.com.
Happy birthday on this somewhat rainy Monday to Catalea Rose. Happy fabulous first birthday. Love, Grandma Lani and the Pareto family in Jotnia are sending you their very best. Happy birthday to Taga Miguel. Your family says we love you. Happy birthday to the boss around here, Marie Calvo-Mond. Enjoy the game. We miss you and we hope you're having a fantastic time. And belated birthday wishes going out to Danny Applegui. Happy 12th birthday. I'm so proud of the amazing person you're becoming. Keep dreaming big and keep chasing those dreams. Love you tons, your friends say.
Happy birthday to our CEO, Marie Calvo-Mond.
Happy birthday. We can't say it enough. I'm so honored to have a powerful woman at the helm of KUAM.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Enjoy the game
Yay.
and your birthday. Happy birthday as well to all of you celebrating out there today. That's your primetime show. Thanks for watching. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. We close out with a look at the concert with Tanel at Jeff's Pirate Cove. Have a safe evening and stay beautiful.
Let me hear you guys. All right, baby, you got the key to my heart. So open up and set me free. What is it? What I mean?
POV is brought to you in collaboration with United Airlines. Special thanks to the Office of the Governor of Guam.
The iconic